I made a very long video before about my name in ancient Iranian Afghanistan area. They have it under Scythian, at least that's what the new reference tab says, for the Messiah, T-H-E, I believe is how you spell it. Then there's the Tamarias, T-O-M-Y-I-R-I-S, I believe. She's the one with the 3 white feathers, the gold and the silver helmet with the red velvet curtain from like the theatrical Caesar things. Then there's the other non-temptress, N-O-N-T-E-M-P-T R-E-S-S, which is a very handsome, like manly looking, we called it a mandane, M-A-N-D-A-N-E, to tone down the beauty, T-O-N-E-B-E-A-U-T-Y, but to have second visage because of what we saw. I was speaking to my father at dinner. I referenced the Gestapo. I said, who started the Gestapo, Dad? I was like, was it the Spaniard king? And he said, no, it was Germanic. I said, okay, I just want to make sure. I want to know what you know. So he said G-E-R, but M-A-N-O. So mano is the hand, and it's also in the world. But then there's Germany is germ, G-E-R, and then which is the guardian of the E-R, which is where I was afraid of winding up when I woke up 1978. But it's, if you take the word Germany, it's G-E-R, and then it's M-A-N-Y. That goes back to a 1920s Gestalt, G as in guardian, and then E-S-T, the estimate that the equestri was giving, the extra specials or spatials were giving through the mandala, the Black Dahlia, the mandala. Not that she was a demon, just that she was able to look into the future, and she was deadly accurate in the sense of what she said she was afraid of always happened, unless they were able to curb their and completed their mandate, M-A-N-D-A-T-E, and it was a multi-staged effort to all work together simultaneously to complete your schedule of the dates of when things needed to be completed around the world. Starting in 1920s, we gave that psychological nuance to some Germans. There was Fritz, not the same Fritz that I'll make your hands clap that I really like from the 1920s. This was a different Fritz. I don't want them to get on the Fritz. And yeah, he's the one who I say, like, he's on the Fritz. I don't know, like, yeah. Same name, though. His first name, anyway. Then there was a Kohler, K-O-H-L-E-R. In this parody, he is a FAUCET, F-A-U-C-E-T. They left the faucet running, and all of the money just poured out and ran into the streets, and they were very wasteful. W-A-S-T-E-F-U-L. With the F-A-U-C-E-T, just, you know, L-E-F-T-I-T-O-N, became very dangerous. It's German and Austrian, because I know that my heritage, as well as Niklaus, mostly Niklaus, is Germanic. Tedesco, plus, and then we say his hair looks like a plum. Like if you are a Viking and a rowing of the ship type of like mucho gusto, in Gestapo. Actually, it wouldn't be Gestapo because that would be in the Roman Empire, but you would have he has hair. It looks like when you eat a plum, Plum, the fruit, zafruta, Fruit, the fruit. If you bite into the fruit of a plum, the inside, that ruddy Ruddy, that's Niklaus. That is his, he is stunning. His hair, that is what he looks like to me. I mean, that's the way that he has been in our star past. I don't understand. He was more ashy blonde, though, when we were in Guggenheim Nature Walk in 1985, I believe. We just turned 6. There was a nanny there that had a camera who was taking a video or a picture of the two of us. She said something along the lines of, Nicholas, look over here. And your friend's name? What's your friend's name? Nicole, right? And then, you just turned how old? And I think he said 6 or 7. I don't remember what he said. I think we were 6. And I said, you just turned 6? I said, so did I. Right. And then, right, we had the same birthday. Oh my God, go imagine that. These mosquitoes. God, so annoying. It's like they love to suck my blood. It's like they are driven to me purposely. It's really fucking annoying. So that was that. In Mucho Gusto, in the Gestalt, right? And so in the Gestalt, the psychology of Gestalt is that you have a summation. For comparative analysis, you have multiple moving parts being, say, if we're going to section the world into state departments. So Germany stated this, England stated this at the same timelines going downward in a management system of global parity, PARADOY. That is our Niklaus and Nicole's extra special, that's where it's spatial, that's where they come from. So when we tell you these things, we came up with these ways of explaining it and documenting it throughout for each other without having to get into a moving, painting, audio, visual, radio, like where the picture books move. We don't need those things. We said that in 1900s, we said that in 1920s, we said that in 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s. You just left the Kohler faucet on and you just let these things spill out. And then once people got used to like, oh, the science, and then we told you where it cascades it fast. And then once they get used to making money off of these things, then the people in mass quantities and partnerships won't scale them back. And then it becomes more difficult because now they have more money available without the king's permission. And then they try to get the ships and we have so many more things that we needed to do and accomplish. We're trying to educate, but without the use of really big outer planetary words and examples. We were trying to use it in, you can understand it if I give you a visual technique, but with a physical material, not with some kind of magical anything. We never gave out magical stuff. That is part of the problem. We said, no, there's no magic. And then once they all got kings like money, they pooled together and then they forced the magic issue. They learned about it. And then the children that were never supposed to know about mandala, being the Native American problem of no origin with the facial disfigurement that was supposed to be discontinued, that has relatives on the Federation side of the hemisphere only, not in the Federation. They're not allowed in government. They're not allowed in government. They're not allowed in governance. We told you no hiring them. They are to be executed in mass quantities, like eradicated off the face of the earth, because we don't want to give them credence to stay, and we don't want them to start moving. But between 1920s and 2020, you've allowed them to do all of that, and you've allowed them to come onto American shores and settle without permission. So how are you going to clean this stupid fucking human? I'm just curious.